To panic over schools reopening, suspected pedophile denied bail, UNAM calls on public to donate laptops for its students, and sports minister intervenes in football disputes.
Minister of Education, Arts and Culture Anna Nipondoka promised parents with school-going children that everything will go back to the way it was before the COVID-19 pandemic. This comes after Cabinet decided that schools around the country will reopen on the 3rd of August for pupils to return to face-to-face education. Nipondoka assured all parents with school-going children that schools will pick up from where it left off. She made these remarks during her closing statement at the COVID-19 Information Center.
We shouldn't panic at all. Out of this situation, our schools will go back to teaching normally. Where we ended when we closed is where we are going to start. And make sure that with the time that we are going to have, we will cover everything. We will not assess the learners and pass them based on the alternative learning, methods that we are using.
Nipondoka further asked teachers not to complicate preparations in a way that it overwhelms parents, as some have started raising complaints about assignments being too much.
And one thing that we've also picked up is that, and this is a call to our teachers, let's make things simple for our parents also. Many are complaining we are bombarding them too much with exercises, too much work such that they are not coping. Let us look at the situation and just consider it to be, we are going to keep learning going, but we are not going to frustrate the parents and the learners to such an extent that it can have psychosocial, impact on their own well-being.
Preparations for the implementation of e-learning modes are currently in motion.
Hi Namibia, I'm Sister Hulda Navasis, registered nurse currently working at Namibian Oncology Center, Windhoek. I'm here to encourage each and every Namibian to stay home in order to slow the spread of the 2019 novel coronavirus. Physical distancing is very important. We will still be socially connected. Therefore, my people, be part of the solution. Stay home.
"49-year-old Joanne Marie, who is accused of child sex crimes and other indecent acts with minors, recently appeared in court. NAMPOL spokesperson Deputy Commissioner Kauna Shikwambi urged parents whose children might have been in contact with the suspect to come forth. Joanne Marie has so far over 20 victims that have been identified and alleged to have been exploited by the accused during the time he posed as a photographer for schools. The accused recently appeared in the Windhoek Magistrate Court, where he faces over 40 counts, including charges of sexual abuse of minors and producing pornographic material that he sold on the dark web.
We are appealing to the Namibian nation, particularly parents who were acquainted with the suspect, Mr. Marais, and perhaps they were suspicious of him being manhandling or sexually abusing their children. We are appealing that they please come forth and report to the head of CID, that is Commissioner Niels Becker, on telephone 0811 299 215. Or else they can also report to the head of Gender-Based Violence Protection Subdivision, that is Chief Inspector Olivier, on number 081 421 0903. So they should not be hesitant. We, as I've said earlier, we need to get to the bottom of this case, and justice must prevail. And we are looking for all possible evidence so that this is a strong case.
Shikwambi further said the identities of the parents that come forth and their children will not be revealed to the public.
their identities will definitely be protected, that of the victims as well. So they should really not be hesitant to come forth, but to call Commissioner Becker and Chief Inspector Niels Becker. But also generally we want to appeal to the public, because the life of our children are really at stake. So much is happening within our society, but we should not keep quiet. They are innocent, they are vulnerable, they are being tortured, and it's really not good. If you know of anything they say, always say something. So please, we are appealing, come forth, report any suspicion of child neglect, child abuse, or any other criminal-related activities to the police.
The Namibian police worked in collaboration with the Netherlands police and Interpol in bringing the suspect to book. His case has been postponed to the 28th of August 2020.
I'm Kirsty van der Merwe, currently an intern in Cathedral Hospital, surgery department. 2 days ago I was on coronavirus call. I had to test patients and it was quite nerve-wracking for me. Please stay at home so I don't have to test you.
With the novel coronavirus pandemic affecting every part of the world, students at tertiary institutions are forced to turn to electronic learning to continue with their studies. The University of Namibia, UNAM, is asking the public to donate laptops to vulnerable students at their institution. University of Namibia Student Representative Council SRC President Shinola Nausep said that they did a survey with over 2,000 students to identify those that are in dire need of assistance.
The Office of the SRC President has pledged to give 5,000 towards the campaign, and as we speak, the SRC are in the process of buying 100 laptops to the value of 325,000. And as you know, we have done our part as the SRC. We have come on board and we are attempting to get these smart devices for our students. And today we want to speak to the public to also come on board to communicate with the SRC and to the Office of the Dean of Students to see how they can come on par to help with this campaign. So as part of this campaign, the Give a Laptop campaign was born so that we can come together to allow different stakeholders to participate in making the lives of students better and to provide laptops and or smart devices. And also the university has taken the initiative and banner to continue online learning, and it is at such a dire time during this COVID-19 that it is important for students to therefore have these devices so that they are able to actively participate in their online learning.
Despite the UNAM SRC coming up with this initiative, they are aware that not all students have access to internet at their homes, and UNAM has stepped in to provide data cards.
Okay, we do understand that the university does not have capacity to put up those internet towers across the country. And we are also cognizant that we have students that live in rural areas where there is no connectivity at all. But remember, as the SRC, those are problems we cannot solve. But the one that we can solve is the one that we are endeavoring to, which is the provision of laptops to those that are, in a position to have them, first of all, and to be able to use them. And again, the university has come on board to help give students the TN Mobile Pocket Wi-Fis and or the dongle, and with a SIM card preloaded with 10 gigabytes for first years and 14 gigabytes for senior students. And on top of that, it is only $10 for students to purchase 1 gigabyte from Telecom.
Nausep is calling on stakeholders in the public and private sector to come on board and help provide the students with laptops.
Akili, Akili, this is Akili. She has a secret. Tell us. When the sun goes down, Akili goes to sleep, and she enters a world where all the animals speak. Akili, 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 Akili. But there is something strange about this magic land. The animals speak English, which she doesn't understand. But if you help her out, we know it can be done. Akili can learn English and it will be fun.
For almost 2 years, football in Namibia has not been active. This is due to endless infightings between officials of the two biggest bodies in football in the country, the Namibia Football Association and the Namibia Premier League. Recently, the Ministry of Sport, Youth and National Services held consultations with the two bodies in efforts to try and assist them in reaching a consensus. In an exclusive interview with Today on One, Sports Minister Agnes Chongarero weighed in on the meeting that brought together officials from the Namibia Football Association and the Namibia Premier League, which was held under 5 key points.
Through these meetings, that there was one core issue. And the core issue was promotion relegation issue. So, after now, because I was not alone, I was with my colleagues, then we sat and we said, okay, how do we go about? We took these 5 points. Number 1 was NFA to undertake that the suspension of the NPL be lifted. Number 2, NPL to withdraw the cases which are currently lodged with CAS. Number 3, that the NFA directive of no promotion relegation for the season ended 2018-2019 be revisited. Number 4, the first division to resume their season immediately after the lockdown, so that it can enable NPL to commence with their league. And number 5, that the NFA directive that no football commence before August 2020 be revisited. And we took them to the joint meeting and we said, let's work around this. And I said, note, this is not a must. Nobody is being forced. We are discussing the issue so that we can see how we can remedy the situation. And we went point by point. I gave all the points. And I said, okay, what about now? How do we go?
She furthermore made it clear that the joint meeting held between the two football bodies was not to provide a solution for the NPL and the NFA, but merely to render assistance in resolving their issues. However, one party could not agree with the minister's proposals during the meeting.
NPL agreed with all the points. NFA, unfortunately, had an issue, which I understand. It seems they did not have the mandate from their members. So to them, to agree or not to agree or what was, it seems was a dilemma. Not a single point could they say either, okay, it looks good or not good or what. Not a single one. And that is where we ended. But the main aim was to see how we can bring these two groups together so that football can be played. This was not an issue for us to give a solution, because we've got two groups with different views. And that is why we brought them together, so that we can discuss and see where do we meet each other halfway. But it did not happen. That is the bad news, that it affects football so badly that there are younger players who want to come up and play. Those who are already there, they also want to play. The nation wants to watch football, and because the nation enjoys football. They want to watch football, they want to enjoy football. But unfortunately, we are at a stalemate, it seems, and I don't know how long this stalemate can be tolerated.
The minister also stated that she is hoping that the two bodies will find a lasting solution that will be in the interest of football in the country.
Come on everybody, let's go down to Jabu's jungle, Jabu's jungle. There's lots of friends and lots of
Oh dear, I'm not very good at swimming.
Look, over there.
What is it, Jabu?
I'm not sure. Can you see what it is?
Jabu's jungle. Come on everybody, let's go down.
Catch your favorite local music show on One Africa Television every Friday evening, now at 9 o'clock, and the repeats on Saturdays at 5:30 and Tuesday evenings at 9:30.
A look at the weather forecast. The interior sunny and hot, windy weather will prevail in the interior. The coast sunny and hot to very hot with sandstorms. The wind fresh to strong easterly. Now a look at the minimum and maximum temperatures around the country and beyond.